Hi everybody, welcome to PIP Edutech. Today we are going to see a new topic, Introduction to Organic Chemistry. Before going into the topic Organic Chemistry, first of all, we want to know what is chemistry. Chemistry is a science which deals with the structure, composition, properties and reactive characteristics of matter. Chemistry is basically classified into various categories: organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, physical chemistry, green chemistry, nanochemistry, analytical chemistry, polymer chemistry, etc. Goes on, goes on. So the main thing is organic chemistry, organic compounds. The compounds deals with natural products, the compounds which is obtaining naturally. So this organic compounds is basically made up of carbon as an element that forms chemical bond to other carbon atoms, and also with elements like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and halogens. Many of the compounds are composed of only carbon and hydrogen. The compounds are called as hydrocarbons. Most of the hydrocarbons are obtained from petroleum. The basic property of the carbon atom, which is responsible to form so many compounds, organic compounds, is due to tendency to form multiple bonds. Carbon has covalency of 4, so that it forms multiple bonds with other carbon atoms, nitrogen, oxygen, etc. Stability of bonds. Carbon forms stable bonds with elements having electronegativity close to it. The third property is catenation. Catenation means ability of carbon to bond successfully with other carbon atom to form chains of varying length and shapes. And the fourth property is isomerism. Isomerism means compounds having same molecular formula but different structural formula. For example, here we have taken the molecular formula C2H6O, which represents two different compounds. One is ethyl alcohol, C2H6O, ethyl alcohol. Another one compound is dimethyl ether. Here is also C2H6O. So that is nothing but isomerism. Classification of hydrocarbons. Basically, hydrocarbons are classified into two types. Acyclic, which is otherwise called as aliphatic. That means open chain, a single chain. That is called as acyclic or aliphatic. Another type is cyclic, which is a closed chain structure. Again, acyclic is further classified into saturated, unsaturated. Saturated means single bonds. Example, alkanes. Unsaturated means multiple bonds. That may be double bond or triple bond. So if the compound having double bond, it is called as alkenes. And the compound having triple bond, it is called as alkynes. The second type of hydrocarbon is nothing but cyclic or closed chain, are further classified into two types: acyclic, aromatic. Acyclic are classified as cycloalkanes, cycloalkenes, cycloalkynes. Cycloalkanes means single bond. Cycloalkenes means double bond. Cycloalkynes means triple bond. So first, acyclic or aliphatic hydrocarbons. It is further classified as saturated, unsaturated. Saturated aliphatic hydrocarbons. The compounds have carbon atom linked to another by single bond. That is called as saturated aliphatic hydrocarbons. Alkanes or saturated aliphatic hydrocarbons having general formula CnH2n plus 2. So these are some examples for saturated aliphatic hydrocarbons: methane, ethane, propane, etc. The second type is unsaturated aliphatic hydrocarbons. Unsaturated means multiple bonds, that may be double bond or triple bond. Example for double bond compounds: ethene. Ene means double bond, ethene. Propene, double bond, propene. Then triple bond: ethyne, ine, Y-N-E, ethyne, triple bond. Propyne, triple bond. Then the second type is cyclic or closed chain hydrocarbons of aliphatic compounds. So cyclic hydrocarbons have their both ends joined together. So first type of cyclic or closed chain hydrocarbon is alicyclic. Cyclic hydrocarbons having properties similar to corresponding aliphatic hydrocarbons, having the similar properties as that of the aliphatic hydrocarbons. So it is further classified as cycloalkanes, cycloalkenes and cycloalkynes. So first, cycloalkanes, we know anes means single bond. So alkanes with ring form, closed chain form. Ring form or closed chain form with a single bond, saturated hydrocarbon, single bond. So since there are 3 carbon, it is called as propane, and it is a closed chain cyclopropane. Here it is 4 carbon, so that it is called as butane without any double bonds. No double bonds are there. All the carbon atoms are linked together by single bond in a cyclic form, so that it is called as cyclobutane, cyclopentane, cyclohexane. The next type is cycloalkenes. So enes means double bond, cycloalkenes. So cyclo means joined together, alkenes means double bond. Here 4 carbon atoms, which is called as butane. Since there is a presence of double bond, it is called as butene, and it is in a cyclic form, it is called as cyclobutane. Similarly, cyclopentene, cyclohexene. The next type is cycloalkynes. Cycloalkynes, ines means triple bond. So this is also unsaturated hydrocarbons containing carbon-carbon triple bond. Cyclohexane and pentene, cyclopentene. The next type is aromatic hydrocarbon. We know aromatic nature. The best example for that is benzene, which is a parent hydrocarbon having 6 carbon atoms with alternate single and double bonds. Double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond. Alternate double and single bonds with 6 carbon atoms linked together to form a chain. So aromatic hydrocarbons are those compounds which contain one or more benzene rings either fused or isolated in their molecules. So example, the benzene rings fused together or isolated in their molecules: biphenyl, naphthalene, anthracene are some of the examples for aromatic hydrocarbons. The next one is naming of hydrocarbons, which is the most important thing, nomenclature of organic compounds. Naming of organic compounds is done according to a set of rules laid down by International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, IUPAC, according to which name of an organic compound has three parts: word root, suffix, prefix. So first one, word root. Very simple concept. Very simple concept. Just naming the compound based on the number of carbon atoms. If the carbon atom is 1, it is called as methane. 2, carbon atom is 2, it is called as ethane. Carbon atom is 3, it is called as propane. Carbon atom is 4, it is called as butane. Carbon atom is 5, it is called as pentane. Carbon atom is 6, it is called as hexane. Carbon atom is 7, it is called as heptane. Carbon atom is 8, it is called as octane. Carbon atom is 9, it is called as nonane. Carbon atom is 10, it is called as decane. Carbon atom is 11, it is called as undecane, and it goes on depending upon the number of carbon atoms present. The next one is suffix. Suffix can be classified into two categories: primary suffix and secondary suffix. Primary suffix means saturated or unsaturated nature of principal carbon atoms. So what is meant by saturated, unsaturated? Saturated means single bond. Unsaturated means double bond. So the linkage of carbon to carbon atom, if it is a single bond, it is called as saturated. Then the naming of the compound is given as ane. The end of the compound name is given or pronounced as ane. Single bond of carbon-carbon atom, then it is called as saturated and the naming is given as ane. If it is a double bond, then it is considered as unsaturated carbon chain and the primary suffix is ene. Double bond means ene. If the carbon-carbon atom is linked together by triple bond, then it is called as unsaturated carbon chain and it is pronounced as ine. O-N-E, ine. So carbon-carbon single bond, it is called as saturated and pronounced as ane. Double bond, it is considered as unsaturated and it is pronounced as ene. Carbon-carbon triple bond, it is also considered as unsaturated carbon chain and this will be pronounced as ine. Next, based upon the number of bonds, either it is a double bond or triple bond, the naming will also be varied. If the number of bonds are 2, then if it is a double bond, it is called as diene. Double means di and double bond means ene. So diene. If it is a triple bond, 2 numbers of triple bonds are present, then it is called as diene. Similarly, number of bonds, triple bond is 2, then it is called as triene. Tri means 3, triene. And if the triple bond is present as 3, then it is called as trine. Okay. So the next one is secondary suffix. We saw suffix, 2 categories: primary suffix, secondary suffix. Primary suffix, the number of, the nature of the bond. Either it is a single bond, double bond or triple bond. Single bond means ane, double bond means ene and triple bond means ine. And also the number of multiple bonds. If it is 2, 2 number of double bonds, diene. 3 number of double bonds, diene. And triple bond, if it is 2, triene. If it is 3, then it is called strine. The next one is secondary suffix. Secondary suffix is mainly focused on the functional group. If it is an alcohol group, that means OH group, it is named as all, OL, all. If it is an aldehyde group, that means CHO, then it is called as al, AL, al. If it is ketone, that means C double bond O group, then it is pronounced as on. Carboxylic acid group, COOH group, then it is called as oic. Amines, NH2 group, it is named as amine. Ester, COOR, it is called as alkyl oate. If it is an acid amide, that means CONH2, it is named as amide. Acid chlorides, that means COCl, it is called as oil chloride. Then it is amines, double bond NH, named as amine. Thioalcohol, thio, that means S, right? So thioalcohol, SH, it is called as thiol, named as thiol. Nitriles, single bond CN, then it is named as nitrile. So these are the substitution groups. That means the third category, prefix, word root, suffix, prefix, the third category, prefix. So if the group present is CH3 group, that is as a substituent, it is named as methyl or called as methyl. C2H5, 2 carbon atoms, ethyl, ethyl. C3, propyl. C6, isopropyl. CH3 twice, tertiary butyl. OCH3, methoxy. OC2H5, ethoxy. Since it is 1 carbon, OCH3, methoxy. 2 carbon atoms, ethoxy. If fluorine, F is present, then it is named as fluoro. Cl means chloro. Br means bromo. I means iodo. NO2, nitro. N double bond N, diazo. Diazo. OH, hydroxo. So these are some basic terms we need to know in order to name the organic compounds, for naming the organic compounds. Hence, complete IUPAC name of an organic compound can be written by knowing the prefix, word root, primary suffix and secondary suffix. A perfect IUPAC name of an organic compound can be written. So, how to name the organic compound? By using all these, by the support of all these terms. We can see in the upcoming video. Thank you very much for watching the video.